Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another war recap with me, Morgoth. This last war we just had was tight as hell. It was a pretty crummy matchup with Supercell on this one. But we lost, unfortunately, on percentage. But considering what I'm about to show you, I honestly don't think that's too bad. It was so tight. Last night, my heart was racing. It was so tense. Fair play to them though, like, whatever I do say, they did 3-star one of our Town Hall 11s, so you know what, fair play, because it's not easy to do that. But let me just quickly show you something. So look down for a moment on our side. We've got one Town Hall 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Town Hall 10s, and the rest are 9s, right? Pretty simple. We don't engineer, we play it straight, we can just attack well. We matched not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but a 6th one here or here. I think, yeah, here. 6 Town Hall 11s. 6! I mean, think of the unfair advantage on that. They have access to just like the higher tier, they've got the extra hero. That can decimate 10s. It's a typical engineering clan. They had, I think their number, this one here was it might have been 24, 22, 24. That was a 9.5, like Town Hall 10 attacking power, but not defences. And then the bottom 4, bottom 5. Oh, sorry about that. Bottom 4, bottom 5. Look at that. It just makes me angry. It's a 6. Yeah. All of these things considered, though, check out how we did. It was so bloody close right to the end. Also, fair play to them. They did manage the 3-star on our 11, but at the end we just needed one more 3-star on them. We couldn't quite get it. We did 3-star all of their 10s though, every single one, and we only actually had one 11. So cracking job. Let's get showing these recaps. We'll start off, I think, with Chase 3-star in their top 10. He went in here for a mass minor, and it was just quite a nice attack. It was quite well done. Started off with a minion and a queen walk. He got so much out of this queen walk. It was a brilliant queen walk. Nice use of the minion there. 2 troop space, just going to take rid of that cannon. He's very good at using the minions just to clear the little defenses. Didn't really need to. So I think initially he plans for the queen to break into this compartment here, or this one even. Sorry, but she ends up just not walking that way. Gets rid of the some of the CC, but not all of it, and so that's why I think he tries to break in another side, around the side. Like he tries to get rid of the. He basically tries to send into this compartment here, but she ends up walking around this way a bit. Tries again. Good thing he brought some spare wall breakers, and this time she makes it in and gets the rest of the CC out in just a moment. Her job's done really, apart from this side, but actually he gets so much use out of his queen walk. He sends this king down in here to maybe do a little bit of funneling down this side too. I don't know if he was expecting to get the queen, but she, she's just walking over that edge there, but he doesn't quite get it. So the queen's there, just going to do a bit more walking down the side, and the king breaks into that compartment. But you know what? He gets killed off pretty quickly. Then, once the funnel is established, he sends all the miners in. Three big groups of them. They're so overpowered. Look at that. They're just storming their way through. But look at that. The queen manages to get rid of that Inferno Tower, manages to actually tank a bit for the miners. The focus is on the queen and not the miners. And she actually destroys it. He actually uses a rage on the queen and not on the miners. Although, unfortunately, those got taken up by those traps. But I think he wanted them to. He wants the queen to go around and to get rid of this compartment here on the side, which is, look at the use he's getting out of that queen walk. Like, she's literally just taken the whole left side of the base out, and I mean she's tanking those defences on the left whilst the miners go up to them. So it's a very well executed plan. Look at that brilliant heal as well. Just caught the edge of all the miners as they're going to be coming in, as they're running out of health. Brilliant job, mate. Absolutely brilliant job. And then, after that, it's just clean up. Those miners are pretty quick, so they run all the way around. And then Bob's your uncle. All done, mate. Great job. Nailed the raid. Next, I think Jeff is high up there for MVP on this one. He 3-starred a 10.5. We had a bit of trouble with this one right to the end, and he 3-starred it with like everyone watching exactly when we needed it. So cracking job, mate. He basically goes in for a nice HGB. So like he doesn't actually use the healers on this one, which is quite interesting. Mate, there's some cracking attacks later on. Just keep your eyes peeled. So he sends the golems in, jump, giants, valks, basically the works, all jumping in for that middle compartment to take out the main centre of that base. He's got 16 hogs off the back end though, which he can use to basically, tease around those outside defences. So look now, they're in the core, they're rinsing the core, that rage goes down, the boys are going to get rid of everything, and just surgical hogs on the outside as they are all, targeted on the centre. He actually destroys it because all these ones on the outside here are like, it's a cannon here, a wizard tower there. Doesn't have too much of an effect on the hogs, especially when you deploy as many as he did. So this is really nice actually because the queen was doing a bit of tanking. You see these top end ones, the queen does the tanking, and when the queen's tanking for it, they can just absolutely wreck the base. The hogs make great cleanup as well. You make it look so easy, mate. But yeah, cracking job. Look how many hogs there are left there. I will speed that up. Great job. Quite lucky that one he didn't get hit by one of those double giant bombs. They all got taken out by the kill squad. So cracking job. Next, I think we are seeing some bacon get put in the oven for a triple on number 9. This is a pretty sweet attack. I like this one. I thought it was quite interesting because, as you will see in a sec, he puts queen down here, and he uses super queen to clear this portion of the base up here. And I think he definitely attempts to get rid of this side of the funnel here. But unfortunately, that air trap destroys that baby dragon, which will have done the funneling for him. So he uses those hogs just to try and establish some sort of funnel, but it's risky, like maybe you should have brought another baby drag to really establish the funnel, because look at that, like that it is so lucky that they went into the centre, because if they didn't and walked around, it so could have gone tits up. But you know what, they get in the centre, they gradually make their way in, and once they're in the centre there, like the bowlers absolutely decimate the outside when they're raged in the centre there. And then there's not really that much defence left. There's a couple of wizard towers here and there, which the hogs, they come around from the top end, they'll absolutely destroy. Look at that, the base is gone in a matter of seconds, really. But it was risky, I think he should have maybe brought another baby dragon just to make sure that would have funneled down this side and ensure they were going into the centre. It was quite lucky. He did compensate though, like he saw it and he compensated, he thought on his feet, because if he didn't put those hogs down, they definitely, to clear this cannon, which was right here, if you didn't put that down, then they probably would have walked. So, good job anyway. Those golems still tanking now right to the end. And then after that, it's pretty much clean up. Not much left to see here, apart from making the bacon rain. Great job, mate. You probably could have even had that swag that hill at the end, but not taking a risk on these ones. Quite a tight war. So, for one of our six packs. We had quite a few 6-packs over this war. I'm gonna show them all at the end because we had a pretty sick war. Martin, I think. Martin, how to say that? I'm not sure. He had a 6-pack war. Sick job, mate. I think I'm going to show number 10. This was great because he just uses the baby dragons really effectively. And the baby dragons are such an efficient troop. Like they can wreck so much because they've got so much health. But he uses them to funnel, and they do such a good job of it. And then he does HUE, which it does still work, at least on some bases where the air traps aren't quite as there to get anyway. because it is risky now with the air traps and everything can be going on with them taking your healers out. But basically, it works. It works for this base, so it's cool. The giants ended up going on a little spree around the side, whereas the I think that was a bit of a wasted rage maybe because those bowlers don't get affected by it. It would have just taken getting rid of that expo. But yeah, the bowlers go around this side. Ended up doing a little bit of tanking for the hogs. The bowlers kind of get stuck in this compartment here and then never actually end up moving, which is a bit of a shame. It's a good thing he brought as many hogs as he did, otherwise he might have been in a bit of trouble. But it's well placed heals, like the spell placement is absolutely essential here. Tactical heal as they make their way around the outside. But like even that number of hogs wasn't quite enough to make their way around because that king there is just going to wreck them. Like you get a king by itself and nothing taken on, they're just going to wreck him. So it is actually these giants that end up saving the day because they work their way around, and this little queen's going to come and basically do some damage. Thing is, the queen gets stuck here. Queen gets stuck on these little babes. So then this barbarian king is going and taking out the giants bit by bit. She's just stuck here. It's unbearable to watch. They do end up making their way through though, so the defenses start getting taken care of, and actually. There's little wizards. Look at them. There's little shooting fireballs. It's all taken care of. Absolute cracking job. Good war for you, mate, with that 6-pack. Anyway, onwards. Oh, let's see that double giant bomb right at the end. Anyway, RD on 13 is next. I liked this attack a lot. This was such a sweet attack. I think this is my favourite attack of this war. This was so sick. It's just so well thought out. He basically look what he's taken for this. He's taken all the loons, but no tanking for them in the line of air defense. So you're thinking, oh, what's he going to do? There's 2 on the other side. He can definitely reach these 2. You notice these 2 air defense were available. Sorry, these 2 are available. So he goes in with the golems, wizards on the outside. Standard funnel in. Golems go in. I'll speed up a bit because this bit's beautiful. It's just such a nice raid. 3rd golem in to help tank. So what we see here, the bowlers go in. Bowlers are great for taking care of that, that outside garbage, but also rage in the center. And you just look at this. He places, I think it'll be any second now, a heal there, and he's going to put one more jump down. Right there. So just one sec. Not only is he going to get rid of those 2 air defences, which were here and here, he's put that jump down in the hope that these 2 are also going to get cleared. That is brave. That is brave as hell. But do you know what? Because he works the pathing out, he puts it quite cleverly just on there and not overlapping there. He gets it. But it's a bit risky. He needs to start putting the loons in just because of time, and loons take a fucking age to get their way around. But there's still that 1 air defense left. But because they're clearing on the outside, Queenie takes care of it. Not a problem. What a beautiful raid. How well planned out was that to actually get the golems and the kill squad to travel all the way through the base and then take it outside. All there is left now is a bit of air defense, but nothing too risky. Like you see those bombs there that took out the top end. There's nothing that's going to cause too much damage if it wasn't the air defense. So cracking job, mate. I love this attack so much. It was so nice to watch. And after this, we've got some pretty sweet attacks lined up. We are seeing, believe it or not, the return of the Pekka. So, Abby, you're a brave man. I wouldn't have been able to do this. It's been a while since we've seen a Pekka using a 3-star attack. But look at the base. It's very open plan. It's a very easy base for Pekkas to walk through. But what he uses, so he uses these Pekkas, he puts the heals on them so they're basically not being touched. They've got quite a lot of health as it is. Walls aren't a problem for them because they can just walk their way through. And then when he puts them down, he puts the bowlers down with them. Look at that. Think of all the damage per second that is with those troops there. They can walk their way through anything. I think this is Abby, you might be onto something. I would love to see you do more of these attacks and seeing if they worked a bit more. Maybe with the jumps here and there if you needed it on the certain base. But look, they absolutely destroy that middle compartment. And they obviously use his hogs on the back end whilst everything's focused on the middle. But like, look, those Pekkas walk through everything. Look how huge they are, raged up. Not even touched by that double giant bomb. Pekkas are a huge troop, but they're just not really used that much. They take up a lot of space, like 25. I mean, like, Golems take up 30. Why don't we use Pekkas? They're so sick. Anyway, yeah, after here it's clean sailing, really. The hogs make their way around the outside. Nice hill in the middle. He didn't even need the hill there in the middle, to be honest. Like, everyone else would have taken care of it. He's still got the queen ability. Absolutely nailed that. That was such a sweet base attack to watch. And, like, it was quite interesting how he went about it with the Pekkas, because they ended up walking around the outside. So the Pekkas were there to, take a lot of damage in the centre and do a lot of damage as well. But he actually used the hogs quite a lot as cleanup on the outside. And most of the damage, he used it to get rid of the Arch Queen and stuff, but most of the damage was being done by the troops. And in my opinion, not as much by the Pekkas. They were just cleaning up more. So it'd be really interesting to see if that will work more on the closed up bases, maybe. If a useful quake is put down or a jump, then maybe. Anyway, next we'll see Vihan also had a 6-pack warmate. Good job. So what we see here are witches. Witches are making a comeback. No, they're not. I think he was just using it to clean up. But anyway, he uses a golem on each corner to tank and basically throws everything at this side of the base. I think it might have been a bit early to start throwing stuff at this side of the base. I maybe would have kept a witch for cleanup, because you see the cleanup gets a bit sketchy. But he establishes a good funnel. The troops can go straight into the centre here. One issue of that CC lure is there's not really much to take care of it, and they ended up getting rid of quite a few troops. Those Valks make their way around. Like, the Valks destroy wizards. They absolutely destroy wizards. And they kind of get stuck over here. He really should have taken care of that. I mean, it's not a problem. He does get rid of them, but like, they destroy an essential amount of cleanup troops. It might have been good to lure them a bit earlier. Anyway, not a problem though. Look at all the Valks in the centre, and they destroy in the middle of the base. And it's not really a problem, because once that core's gone, you just need to kind of like get rid of the rest of it with hogs on the outside. I know there's going to be like, look at that. Oh, it's always painful to see those go. So what he ends up doing here, he's got 2 hogs left, a couple of Valks. Not much, to be honest. Like, really, really, really not much. So that's why it's quite dangerous. I maybe would have kept the witch and placed it right there on that thing there, on the gold storage, just to get a bit of the work done the side. Because what ends up happening now is the queen, I'll speed up because this bit takes ages, but the queen just has to work her way all the way around. It's a bit slow and maybe a bit risky, but he gets away with it because she's still the ability, so it's all right. But maybe you should have kept one of the witches again. Either way, cracking job, and it did work a treat. 3-star. 2 more attacks left for you. One is going to be LVP. Sorry, there is going to be one. There always is one, so it's not really an LVP. It's just bad timing. Anyway, first we have another 6-pack. I think Guan Yu. Sick job, mate. We've got a standard Govarho. I can't remember which one I was going to show you. I think it's 25. Yeah. Let's show 25. It's nice to see the classic still being used. Govarho is still a thing. I'm going to do this on double speed, because you know it. You know how to do it. It's the wizards to clear out the trash. Golems down the middle. Look at those Valks in. I do love seeing Valks at their peak. They can just destroy the centre of a base. Maybe should have lured that CC, because, I mean, they did a bit of damage to those Valks. Nice jump right connecting those 4 compartments. Great job for that, but they do up again getting stuck down here. It's good for the Golems as well, because it means the Golems can move around and tank. But the hogs just work their way around and come to the end. Bob's your uncle. Nothing left but a bit of clean up here. But that's it. Cracking job, mate. Our dud attack, the final attack, which I'm going to show, it was a bit poorly timed in my opinion. If you look it was at the end we really needed all our top guys attacking to get these last stars and stuff. And 8 minutes to go, Midas went in on 7, literally as Jeff was about to go in. And Jeff did secure that 3-star. We've already shown you this. I'll show this on a bit faster as well. And it was a good attempt, but it was a... Oh, go away, sorry. It was a good attempt, but it was... It never was going to be a 3-star on the 10.5, and Jeff was about to head in. So yeah, he goes in with the Valks, and he goes in to get rid of the core, and he does manage a good job. It is quite a heavy base, but he puts the Hulks around the outside just when they're not quite centered on the middle, and when the middle dies out as well, and it just ends up petering out quite quickly. But he does the thing is he didn't stop there, and it was just unbearable. As we've got 8 minutes left, time's running out, and the queen works her way around, and then he puts an archer. One there that's just stuck there. And then I think he puts another one here. And we're watching the time run out no, please, we've got nothing left. Get a minion there, and then it was a nice try, but I was crying my eyes out with how long it was taking. It really milked the 3 minutes on that one. Anyway, yeah, that was our war. It was tight as hell. I'm just going to go through and show all our 6-packs, because kudos to everyone who did have one. So, Ellie Loves Tim, great job. Base Afflicted, very, very close. Good job. 98% on one and 100 on the other one. Guan Yu, 6-pack war, great job. Vihan 08, 09, I can't read, sorry. Vihan 09. Great job. Penny, also great job. Ardy, great job. Danny, great job. Marcin, great job. And also Jeff, so close, man. Good job on that as well. That was absolutely cracking. I think a few of the guys were a bit disappointed. I know Penny was raged. But to be honest, I think they were quite angry about it sometimes. But we had a tough enemy, and I don't think you should be disappointed with how we faced them. We definitely showed our grit against them. The win would have been nice, but the performance was pretty promising. Bear in mind, we've got a ranged war with 1 Hive Alpha in a few days. It was pretty sick practice. We 3-starred all the 10s. It was great practice for that. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you all later. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the videos. Over and out. I will see you later.